I'm going to be as based as I can possibly be over the next period because someone has to be based because things have been getting out of hand and it's not fair to the fans and it's not fair to the pros. And I'm sitting here trying to be as good as I can at this game and I'm just wasting my time. It's a very selfish decision, which is understandable. Valve is a private company, they're profit driven, etc. That's going to be the caveat for this entire thing. We're just waiting for like a year and a half. We're just sitting waiting for something to be said, to know anything. And we just don't know anything. There's just nothing happening. And we're just hoping the game comes back because we really like this game. We really like to play professionally. I put the last 9 years of my life trying to get really good at this game. I feel really disrespected by Valve. That they don't feel like Valve has a history of saying that this is a collaborative project. That the pros and the fans and Valve are like, they're not one unit, but they're interconnected. And the well-being of one should be the well-being of another. It should be a symbiotic system. I think it deserves better than silence. At the end of the day, that is my biggest gripe, is there is silence. Just absolute silence. Like, it should be telling that there is only a blog post once every, like, millennia. And it's very rarely feels heartfelt or like a person actually wrote it. Like this most recent post, the one about the major being canceled, it feels just like corporate propaganda. It doesn't feel like someone is like, hey dude, we really tried. We're genuinely trying to get this thing to work and it just didn't work out. Like, we're really sorry. It felt like, hey, yeah, major's canceled. Sorry guys, tough luck. Why is TI $40 million? Who needs $40 million at once? Good events. ESL is so good at running events. These like ESL Birmingham's and stuff are some of the most hyped tournaments of all time. These summits, etc. And there's just no room and no space for them. Valve has choked them out with the schedule and the setup of this league. These leagues. The leagues take too long. We don't play enough games. It takes forever. And it's just so bad for the league or for the scene as a whole. Like, third-party events are great, and they're a really important part of Dota, and they've been completely shoved away. Completely shoved away. And it could be fixed, but once again, there's no communication here. There's no like, hey, what do you guys want? And it's a collaborative process in forming something that we think is really good for the scene, and etc., right? It's one-sided. I got messaged by the CEO of an org saying Valve did not respond to their email. They got donut-walled. In the current ecosystem, you are just buying a lottery ticket that says, hey, I'm betting on myself, and if I qualify to TI, I'm going to make 6 figures. And if I don't make TI, then I've made less than a minimum wage. If I was living alone, I literally would have starved. I'm pretty sure that's the case for some of the Zoomers. If they didn't have a home to play in, they would have starved. I mean, whenever I first heard this news that the major got canceled, I genuinely considered quitting. I mean, that's why I'm doing this stream, because I felt so hopeless and trapped. And like that, I'm just powerless. I'm just completely at someone else's mercy. You're turning down, like, trying to build your audience and become like a personality because you're all in on, I want to be the best I can possibly be and I want to own at this big TI tournament because Dota is my favorite game. It's the coolest game and I want to do really well at it. And I want to share this game with other people. To be honest, I'm still not even done considering quitting the game. I might just quit because if nothing changes, then it's just too soul crushing. Like, I'm more mad than I am sad now. But 25 minutes ago, I was like breaking down crying. You can call me a wimp or whatever, but it's like someone just took my last 2 months and just tore it apart. They just shredded it without a sign, you know? It's like it never even existed. The Dota scene to just be like an airlock. Like, we're just in a freaking chamber, and every once in a while, they open up the airlock and drop in a morsel of food, and we all freaking jump out and devour this freaking steak, you know? And then some people over there in the corner starving. And this one dude in the middle is like morbidly obese, just jacked on freaking ribeyes. And then the airlock closes again, and we're just freaking in deafening silence for another 2 months. And the airlock opens again, and here come the freaking raining ribeyes, and Yator just gobbles them all down. So much could be done with this game. Things could be better. Like, maybe there couldn't be a major. Maybe it just didn't work out. I'm only giving Valve the benefit of the doubt. But I didn't know about it. And I feel like I should. Because I qualified today. And then they told me 5 hours later, hey, just by the way, you didn't qualify. Debated. There was no tournament. It was all a farce. He missed Christmas with his family. He just had Christmas alone by himself with no one. Came to the States. And now the major's canceled and he has to go back with nothing. Literally nothing. We just spent a few $1,000s on him being able to come. And He comes and we qualify, and then it's immediately canceled same day, and he flies back. That's the reality. I'm more mad than I am sad now. But I mean, 25 minutes ago, I was like breaking down crying. Like multitudes of people, like Slacks, who are super freaking based and super good for the scene, and they aren't able to get what they think should be done across. And those people need to be heard. I don't need to be heard. I'm just a peon with bad opinions about most of this crap. But what I do know is somebody has to talk, because I really like this game. And if I'm gonna freaking sink with the ship, then I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna freaking document this sinking ship and make people aware that, hey, this ship has a hole in it, but we have duct tape on board. It's right there. It's a freaking giant freaking wheel of duct tape the size of my torso. And all we need to do is freaking tear a little duct tape off and put it over here, and then suddenly, hey, the boat is floating again. Holy poggers, the boat floats. I've spent the last 9 years of my life playing this game, 8, 9 years. A lot of people have spent way more than that. I'm a freaking baby in terms of hours spent. And I've spent a long time. I think it's the coolest game. It's so fun. I think it's really fun to watch, and the community is great. A lot of great casters. Just really freaking cool. It's a cool freaking game. And I want it to thrive. And it can thrive. It can. Things can change for the better. They can. But Valve needs to be made to understand that we need this. We need them to talk, and we think we might have a better way. And at the end of the day, if we all really like this game so much, and Valve does Dota because they think Dota is cool and they like Dota, then they should want Dota to thrive, and they should want the other people who also like Dota to like what's going on, you know? This is Reddit's time to shine. You have the most power. You have the most power, honestly. The public as an entirety has the most power, and if you want change, then go whine about it on Reddit. I know people love to complain. Get on Reddit and do what Redditors do best, and whine constantly. Just don't stop whining.
That's what happens. It's a company. They heckin' love building yachts and making money, dude. What can you do? I don't care if they're liked, as long as some suckers still play the game. But since when have you heard a corporation doing the right thing to do, you know? Wouldn't it the right thing to do is not to build iPhones in China? That might be the right thing to do. But who the fuck is gonna pay the shareholders? Did you ever think about that? Well, that's why the right thing to do is never done, dude. That's just the way it is. Player participate in who the fuck care? Shut the fuck about the fantasy already. I don't wanna fucking see this word in a fucking announcement, alright? Shut the fuck up, Valve. Wasting my fucking breath with fantasy. I don't give a fuck. Fantasy players can all fucking sit on a dick, dude. Holy shit. What is that shit? Motherfucking fantasy. You know how upset people are about fucking major getting cancelled? And they're like, don't worry guys, the fantasy point... Fuck off. The people that qualified for this major are still going to something, right? Or did they just qualify to nothing? I don't get it, dude. Did they actually qualify to nothing? They qualified to nothing? Oh my god. I'd be so mad, dude. All to save EG from not qualifying to the major. Oh, you know what was kind of funny? They mentioned the DPC points getting redistributed, but not the money. I got you there, Valve. Redistribute the DPC points, but keep the money. It's fine. To be fair, I'll defend Valve. There was a new strain of COVID, but I think Counter-Strike has a major going on or something, right? Finding concrete solutions means spending money trying to fix problems. You have to pay people to find solutions. That's not in the Valve MO. The Valve MO is yoink the cash, run away with as little effort as possible. If they complain, then fix it. If they don't complain, easy clap. Even if they complain, sometimes don't fix it actually. Suddenly the remaining league teams feel so pointless. Like, who cares if you get 4th or 5th place in EU? You get like $1,000 more. That's kind of poggies. That's $200 for each player. Coach takes a cut. And then orgs maybe take a cut. And then maybe your mama takes their mama. Sorry, not your mama, Chen. Your mama doesn't take a cut. Their mama takes a cut and you're left with $50 for winning some games. It's kind of cool. I won't give any details of why we have this system. But part of the reason is that some people that shouldn't have a lot of influence in the scene... I know what people, but I'm not gonna name them, are in Valve's ear telling them that this is the way it should be, when they don't know shit. They're so clueless and so stupid, never worked in esports in their entire fucking life. And they, and they, for some reason, managed to convince Valve that Leagues is the way because Counter-Strike is doing it. When we had a perfect system. It's not Kyle. It's not Kyle. I'm not gonna say who it is, but holy fuck, it's so stupid. If all the teams decide to just not compete in Season 2, we will have some sort of stable system. Either better communication or Dota just dies completely. Either way, it's better than the current state of things. I mean, it's an eloquent response, you know? He's not even that mad. Just go on a strike. Valve is a terrible company at caring about the people that are keeping their game alive. Period. That's all. They're a very terrible company. Their egos are probably the size of absolute gigablimps that soar over the earth. Unstoppable. I'm sure of this. The thing is, Valve is so scared of TI price pool being slightly smaller and then they have to admit the game is dead. But for real, dude, just give 30% of the battle pass instead of 25. That would literally keep the game alive forever. You could always give a little bit more and you would be fine still. And also, Dota is generally bad for streaming profits. Yeah, most streamers have 2x subs than current viewers. Dota has like 20% of current viewers. I can confirm that's kind of true. I'm like at 30%. It's true, Dota is one of the least profitable games to stream. So Kyle's confirming that the TOs canceled the major, not the Valve. By the way, before anybody listens to Kyle at all, Kyle works for tournament organizers, so everything he's saying is in self-interest of the tournament organizers and not himself, you know? He's saying interest in himself, just so you guys know. Not for the good of the scene or anything. So maybe Valve are anti-vaxxers. That's what I'm starting to circle around towards. Maybe the reason they don't want to hold majors is like, I don't want to wear no mask and have no vaccination card, and I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, so fuck the major. I mean, what is going on? They works in Counter-Strike. What's going on? Just fucking have vaccination cards for every single fucking person there. And I don't think there's gonna be a big issue. Valve wants to suck everybody dry of every dollar they have and then leave this game to dry. Why would normal players give a shit about this? I mean, honestly, you don't have to give a shit. But the only thing you have to give a shit about, it's like the pointlessness of... If you care about watching Pro Dota at all, you have to like care about the pointlessness of having watched all these games so far and not having a major coming up, all because of some greedy non-communication bullshit. That's why you should care. It's just not right, you know? That's what upsets me, you know? Fuck Valve, you know? But in general, no tournament, whatever for me, but yeah.
Actually saving EG. Yikes. Don't want to bite the hand that feeds them. I flame Valve all the time. I was told by a reliable source that Valve thinks I'm going too hard on them. And you can suck these nuts, Valve. Stop being lazy. Stop being so fucking lazy. Update your fucking game. Fix the bugs. Fix custom games. Sweet lord. Now, luckily, they can't ban me. So I think I'm fine with flaming them non-stop. Teams play for 2 months. Now there's no point. Not true. I mean, you get points. So there is a point. They have a game against each coming up, but there's literally no point. I mean, that's just factually incorrect. Right? I mean, let me take a look. How much does it matter? So, blah, blah, blah. If you get first, you get 300 DPC points. These points are very, very, very important for getting to TI. So, I don't know about that. Scene would be better if price pool was spread throughout the year, not just TI. Is there a single person outside Valve who disagrees with that? It's like Valve is jerking themselves off like, oh yeah, we're gonna get 44 million this year. Oh, next year we're gonna get 48 million. Oh, look at us. No one thinks that's good. Literally no one except Valve. You have to win 80 majors to make the same amount as a win at TI. I mean, that's just dumb. Why do majors count so little? It should at least be tripled. I mean, the obvious solution is, okay, this TI is, let's say, 40 millions. Okay, next year, can reach 41 million. Anything above 41 million is put to the majors. That's literally the obvious solution, but they don't do it for some reason. That way they'll keep their yearly, oh, we beat our new record. 3 major is perfect. 4 was maybe too... I would like 4 because there's more free content, but 3 is probably ideal, what you're doing now. Who's surprised Valve is lazy? It's actually shocking. Like, who's in charge? Maybe it's because Steam makes 5 million times more than Dota. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's actually interesting. It would be so interesting to be a fly in Valve's workspace, just flying around. Like, what are they doing? What are they doing? A great way to give teams money is to, in the bundle, they have an item set, because that would drive up. People love Barbie dolls dressing up. If you added a set for every team that could sell with their bundle, they would make 10x their money. But that would mean Valve makes less money. If they're really gonna cash in all the Battle Pass and Dota Plus money and not give anything to the teams that qualified to the cancel major, yes, we should really stop buying Battle Pass if they plan on doing this. This is Leaded again. You're gonna convince 5 people of this with this post.
I would rather donate directly towards TI and the DPC than spend money on your overpriced hats. Make a separate channel where people could just donate money towards the prize pools of TI and DPC.
That's the worst take of my... I've never heard a worse comment ever. Now imagine Battle Pass money didn't go to TI. This has to be made very clear. People are not buying Battle Passes to support the tournament. They are buying Battle Passes because they are getting things. If you think otherwise, you are literally clueless. Literally no one would donate money. I think less than $100,000 in total. Why not limit the prize pool and move the additional funds that goes above the number to leagues and DPC? What is the downside of that?